Beyond the Clouds, Psalms 35 and Psalms 36. Good morning. Thanks for joining me on my morning prayer walk. I've been out for a while with my grandson, Jeremiah. He's 13 years of age. We've been at this world-famous wildlife refuge. It's in the state of New York, and it's known for all of the birds close to these lakes. We've been hiking through the forest, and Jeremiah called it a jungle. Pretty intense, but it's so beautiful. The sun is just coming up over the horizon. We've been talking, praying, and meditating on Psalms 35 and Psalms 36. A moment ago, an osprey flew by overhead. It reminds me of Psalms 35 and Psalms 36, where there are predators in our lives and they seek to devour us. They attack us. David was struggling because people were saying lies about him, things that weren't true. It just seemed so discouraging. You probably have had that experience yourself, where people have said things about you that, well, they weren't true, and you were caught in a web of lies of other people. That's what David was going through, and he was really struggling with it. As he is praying and worshiping and writing songs of praise, he gives to us in chapter 36 a description of God, that God's love and God's faithfulness is as vast as the heavens, as vast as the heavens. Beyond the clouds, he says, is God's love and God's faithfulness. Jeremiah's looking for turtles right now. You see him right here in the background. Oh, what a young man. He loves the outdoors. He's been calling out all the names of the birds. One of the kinds of birds that you'll find here in this region of a lake are very large birds like geese, great blue heron, or white egrets. And what they do is when the enemy comes to begin to attack, they will lift up their wings and form a shelter for their young. Little ducks, little geese, you see it all the time on the lake or the river about this time of year. And the little baby birds are protected as they are covered by the wings of the adult bird. That's what David is writing about. If you will stay under the covering of the wings of the Lord, you will find safety and protection from the enemy, the predator, the ones that seek to devour you. Regrettably, I've been in a kayak on a place like this before, and I've seen little birds rebel against the covering of the wings of the parent, the adult bird, and they'll drift down the river away, and a predator bird will come by and snatch up a young duckling. It is one of the most horrifying, difficult things to watch, realizing that that little duck would survive. It would only stay under the shelter of the wings of the adult bird. We're the same way, David is writing. God has provided for you and I a shelter under his wings. I like to think of it like this: standing in the shadow of the cross of the Lord Jesus Christ. His love is as vast as the heaven, beyond the clouds, and his protection, he covers us with his wings. Songs for the summer. Well, we're on Beaver Island in Buffalo, New York, at a world-renowned bird refuge. We've been hiking for quite a while. We started in the dark, and now the sun is just coming up. And the same hope and love and grace is for you. The sun is up, and we walk in the shadow of his cross. We walk and stay protected in the covering of his wings. Songs for the summer.